Dr. Mabuse. Who is he really? His core identity is blurred. In the movie, we see him take on multiple identities. Let's take a look. Perhaps we're on the wrong track here, and he represents a political figure of the past. He could be Napoleon. He could be Emperor Wilhelm II. Yes, he even could be a prediction of Hitler and his workings. Perhaps he could even be someone like you. But that doesn't really hit the spot. He is not just any one character or person. He cannot be reduced to a single identity he may or may not materializes.
Perhaps the better question to ask is, what does Dr. Mabuse represent? We want to argue that he symbolizes a toxic fusion of human traits, a mixture of the 7 deadly sins. They all fusion into something that one might call delusion of grandeur or megalomania.
The strive of power and property in the movie is not merely limited to the main protagonist. Rather, it is materialized through forms of capitalism and materialism, which we find in Lang's focus on society, on the bourgeoisie and the rich. Similar to Mabuse's story, there seems to be something off with the societal tier. Besides the satirical depiction of class at times, which we can see here,
likely critically contrasting the vanguard lifestyle of the rich to the hard life of the worker family in the so-called Golden Twenties in the Weimar Republic.
Lang also points at different philosophical problems of this societal tier. As a representative, Countess Told explains to state attorney Wenck that the life of prosperity soon becomes dull.
We have tired blood and need sensations to make life bearable.
If you have all that you have ever dreamed of, what is there left to strive for?
As Lang depicts, the rich have developed a variety of coping strategies. Some turn to drugs, mostly to cigars and alcohol, or other forms of entertainment, such as theatrical acts. Skin is also welcome. Arts, and foremostly gambling. But what if they wear out, aren't enough anymore, or never wear? As the Countess complains, everything becomes boring after a while.
And Mabuse agrees, only has he the power and means necessary to propose a different cope mechanism, the game of people. Which, by the way, can also be found in the title of the movie, suggesting that we can have a piece of the cake. Hence, Mabuse stands for a certain human trait, a certain potential slumbering in all of us. If you have it all, money, women, men, the power to manipulate people, even the masses into any direction desired, you may just find a little Mabuse hiding in the back of your head, whispering in your ear the promises of power. He presents the anthropological trait of avarice, which led kings and leaders to fight war over property and power. He is the influence that initiated many wars and mass expansions. The Roman Caesar and his successors knew him, and so did more recent political figures such as Napoleon, and probably also the monarchs of the early 20th century who all participated in chaotic subwars over land and power.
As a character in the movie, he represents the specific fusion of human sins, representing the embodied form of greed, and his story is exemplary for campaigns led by his motives. As such, his expansions and actions are a resemblance to war in general, perhaps especially to the just past war in 1918. It also started with great ambitions and ended in great casualties.
Besides entertainment for the people through a game of people, the movie also delivers the message to be wary of the slumbering and waiting Mabuse, locked away behind bars of brain mass, until unleashed by someone with the means necessary.
It is a warning to reinforce those brainy walls, to keep the chains firm and tight, because when the damage is done, it can't be undone. Neither could Germany compensate for the damage in infrastructure, nor are the dead coming back.